How's it going, guys? Josh here, aka Olufemii. Sorry, I have a cold, so I don't really have a voice right now. But let me guess something. You are a talented video editor that loves your craft.
Heaven has declared victory over your city. And the call of the Spirit is all hands on deck.
Let me further guess that you love your craft so much that sometimes you can obsessively watch your video edit over and over again. Watching your edit just gives you this tingling feeling inside. It cultivates this nostalgia of the recent past. You enjoy reliving the thought and effort that you put into every single minute of that edit, and you literally re-fall in love with that process over and over again.
You are destined by God for such a time as this. When you lose, you are a candidate. You're a candidate for greater and for more.
This, of course, begs the question, is this actually beneficial to the creative process? We'll get to that soon. Okay, so this may seem a little bit random, but first, before we talk about that, let's shoot over to the medical field and talk about repetitive motion disorders, aka RMDs. These are a family of muscular conditions that are a result of repeating motions over and over again. One of the most common symptoms is pain and numbness. RMDs, of course, include the common carpal tunnel syndrome. What ends up happening is the repetitive motion ends up damaging nerve tissue, and the sensory receptors in the hand ends up beginning to not be able to distinguish detail as clearly as before. All that sensory detail is just dulled with numbness and pain. It is important to realize that perception often strays from reality. Just as repetition can affect sensory receptors in the hand, I also feel like it can affect the mind. The more you watch your edit, the more you become emotionally invested in it, and therefore you're more willing to ignore the details to help satisfy your self-congratulatory high. You end up overlooking pacing errors, sloppy cuts, misaligned sound effects, mismatching color correction choices, distracting transition choices, and a lot of other stuff. And on the other hand, you end up specifically just focusing on specific things that you actually liked about the video, like say the dope song that you used, or all the shots that you personally got to be featured on, or the shots that included the sick location that you somehow were able to lock down. This numbness to perfection is something that I've always called quality blindness. So what's the solution? Well, the obvious initial solution is don't overwatch your content. Whenever you need to do a render or review, watch it once, maybe twice, and then just continue editing. If you're observant, you'll probably realize that there's actually a significant amount of quality blindness even in that second playthrough that you did. Here are 4 additional mind games and tools that I use to combat quality blindness. Number 1, before I play through an edit, I try to imagine myself as a completely random outside observer who has never previously seen my edit and who actually hates my guts. This imaginary person, of course, would love to find the absolute tiniest imperfection of my edit. This isn't always easy to do, but embodying this train of thought can help you immensely with creating this objective perception of the edit. The second mind game that I play is I actually come and get someone else to watch it. Trust me, this will work. Before the person even comes over, watch yourself get this healthy burst of anxiety and actually comb through every single element of the edit with this newfound objectiveness. It's as if something clicks and you realize, oh, other people are actually going to see this. I better actually make sure it's good. The next thing I do is I take editing breaks, and I never do all-nighters. Taking just even say a 10-minute editing break will give you this healthy amnesia from the details of the project. Make sure that you put a lot of focus on honing in on that first timeline playthrough when you come back from your break. It'll be that first playthrough that'll give you your most objective perception of your edit. The last thing that I do is I constantly compare my work with that of those that I look up to. I jet over to Vimeo and I check out the work of Matt Alonso, Meji Alabi, Solomon Ligthelm, Ben Haggerty, or Colin Tilley, and I objectively ask myself, how does my work compare? Guys, there's no need to repeatedly watch your edits. Let your viewers do that for you. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, keep it chill. Add your name and place of residence to my latest Instagram post, and I promise to give your Instagram page a little peek.